Why, hello there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of October 2021. In this reading, we're going to look at your overall general energy for the month of October, some things you may not see coming, and then also get some direct messages from your spirit guides and angels. So thank you for being here, Cancer. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Also keep in mind this is a general reading for a whole bunch of different Cancers out there. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Be sure to come back next week, because I do post a new reading for Cancer every single week. Having said that, also be sure to check your other signs, okay? Because for a full big picture, you gotta check all your signs, guys. But right now, if you're here, this is for you, Cancer, and let's get into your reading for October. As always, I want to thank the angels and interdimensional beings and spirit guides who are with us right now, overseeing this act of divination and allowing it to unfold in a synchronistic manner for the highest good of all. Thank you. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, October 2021. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, October 2021. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, October 2021. All right, Cancer, let's see what is going on here for October. So let's show you the big overall picture for October. Overall energy, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Hermit, we also have the Strength card. Okay, so a lot of almost diving deep, soul searching for you in October, Cancer. Okay, I definitely see you going within yourself and trying to figure out almost like the best path of action for you to be taking. There's a lot of big decisions for you to be making this month in October, Cancer, with the Queen of Swords here. I feel like this feeling of you guys have been waiting on something for a long time, and although you're going to have to counsel yourself and really like tap into your spirit this month and be strong about some situation in your life, I almost feel like you're going to pull the trigger on something with this Queen of Swords. I feel like this is you. Okay, the Queen of Swords is represented by your own energy. That's just what I'm getting. Some of you may be dealing with some sort of like overbearing, kind of like very strict figure that's causing you to go within and ask yourself, do I really want this anymore? But for the vast majority of you, I feel like it's you being very decisive and acting on some sort of project or creative pursuit that you're going to have to really dive deep and be strong, okay? With this Strength card, you're going to have to tame your ego and fall into your higher self here. The Queen of Swords is very good at taming the ego, right? Knowing how to have a healthy ego, right? The Queen of Swords to me represents a very healthy ego where you're willing to transform, right? Not stay the same. With this Hermit card, I do sense it's going to be challenging for you to do some sort of new action or movement, okay, in your reality this month. But overall, I definitely like the energy. It's a very empowering energy, and it just kind of says like, as long as you put your foot down and actually do the work, you will get somewhere. I feel like there is a big resistance, though. I feel like you guys have been like kind of sitting back over the last little while. So with that being said, let's go ahead and clarify the Strength card before we move on. Okay, what is the Strength card doing in your reading, Cancer, for October? What is this Strength card doing? Honestly, it's about willpower for a lot of you. I'm sensing that right off the bat. But let's see. Willpower. Why is the Strength card here for Cancer? It's about mastering yourself, I can tell you that. Not taking a back seat to life anymore for October. It's about like putting the car in drive. Why is this Strength card here for Cancer? Yeah, so the Strength card here is clarified by the Success card, and it's really interesting. We have a lion and we have a tiger facing each other. So you guys, what I'm getting for the Cancer gang is like you guys have an inner beast right here that is waiting for you to ride on. Like this is your ego and this is your higher self. Combining the two, taming the two into a perfect union is really great. And you also see that merging with the Queen of Swords and the Hermit. These are a great couple, actually, because you see how their back is turned to one another in this reading, where it's almost like you guys are split. You have this one aspect of yourself that's very deep, and you have this other aspect of yourself that's like a go-getter. And for you, what's going to bring you success this month in October is combining the two and riding in this combination. So that's very powerful energy. So maybe you have to look to ways to get out of your own comfort zone and be willing to look bad in front of other people. I'm not sure why that's coming through, but the Hermit card is always saying, you know, if I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to do something new, if it doesn't go good, then I can always reflect and I can always learn something. And then that is actually cause for celebration rather than a sort of defeated energy, because you guys are worried about defeat. I can tell you that right now. You're worried because right under and what you don't see coming with the Hermit, you have this Nine of Swords. So the Hermit card is almost like you guys saying, I really want the success in my life, whatever it means for you. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it is a career expansion, more money. You guys there's a subconscious thing of failure, of where it's almost trauma from the past running you. A lot of you Cancers are saying, well, I've never really got it before, so why is this time going to be different? But that's where you have to unleash your beast and you have to unleash your Queen of Swords and say, I'm going to make this happen. Okay, so a lot of powerful energy coming through. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords here, because for some of you it could be an influence in your life, another person, but for me, majority it is you. Why is this Queen of Swords here for Cancer? Why is this Queen of Swords here? Let's see. Oh, we got a clear jumper. Yeah, so this card wanted to jump out before too. To clarify the Queen of Swords, we have the Master card. So this is about self-mastery and really leveling up your reality, okay? Making very quick, fair, just decisions. And, you know, the Master is someone who goes through a lot in their life, right? The reason why they're the Master is because they're willing to do things that other people are simply unwilling to do, right? Other people, they cannot tame the beast within. They let the beast of indecision, of kind of like drifting through life, right? They're like a beast in a negative way. The Master card to clarify the Queen of Swords this is about you saying, for better or for worse, I'm going to take my life into my own hands. And that's a very powerful energy to be coming from, okay? So I really like this reading right off the bat for you, Cancer. Let's look at what you don't see coming for the rest of the month, though. For what you don't see coming this month, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, and we also have the Fool card. Okay, so I definitely see things picking up in speed with this Eight of Wands card. Maybe you're getting information from someone, a new lover, but I feel like for the Eight of Wands to the Fool, it's about you making these quick decisions with this Queen of Swords and then letting the chips fall where they may. Okay, for some of you, it could be things could go better than you even thought, okay? A lot of you guys are almost projecting your fear of what the future holds into the unknown with this Hermit card. It's this feeling of like you're going to be overwhelmed about what happens, and then you're just going to it's almost like this feeling of avoidance. So the reason the Queen of Swords is here is because it's pushing through all this conditioning, this indecision, this drifting that you've been going through for a long time. And so this is finally saying, for what you don't see coming, it's like you really do step in. You really do take the first step here. I sense that you guys are beginning something new here. It's almost like an ace. I'm surprised an ace didn't show up, because that's the energy that I'm feeling here. The Fool card here, right below the Strength card as well, is showing that it's going to take strength to take the first step. It's not going to be easy, but once you take the first step, you have the power, right? I believe Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of my favorite authors, said, do the thing and you have the power, right? A lot of times, whatever you fear doing the most is the very thing that you need to be doing. So whoever needs to hear that, I hope that resonates. Let's go ahead and clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify this Nine of Swords here, because I feel like this is the internal battle. Like, what do they say in this life? It's like a plan that is here's the thing. A crappy plan or a crappy idea well executed is way better than the perfect plan executed halfway. So the feeling that's coming through is like you guys are very nervous about this fool's journey. Like you're very nervous about like self-doubt. Can I do what I want to do? You really have to realize you can, but let's investigate. Why is this 9 of Swords here for Cancer in October? Let's just see. What is this 9 of Swords doing here? All right, jumping right off the bat, we have Harmony card. So the 9 of Swords clarified by the Harmony card for what you don't see coming is like, once you take this new step and you start being very decisive and things happen quickly, you know your harmony is going to be disturbed because there's always an emotional payoff for staying where you are. So right now, you have yet to really, for most of you, really do the new thing that you want to do. Maybe you're progressing, but you're at a level that you're remaining your own harmony. With this, you're really afraid of losing your own peace and like not being able to sleep at night and having to do this extra inner work. Okay, so you're worried about that. All right, you're worried for the month of October that taking this new step in this new direction is going to disturb your peace. That's what you're worried about. Okay. Let's go ahead and also let's clarify this 8 of Wands. Why is this 8 of Wands here for you, Cancer? Hope I didn't say Gemini. This is for Cancer, not Gemini. Some of you may be connecting with a Gemini. I don't know why that popped into my head. Let's see. So the 8 of Wands is clarified by the Understanding card. This is like you've been a bird in a cage for so long and you finally understand that the cage was never actually locked up. You've always been able to go at this speed. Okay, so this new increased speed that may disturb some of your peace but ultimately will set you up for long-term success, it's always been available to you. So the fact that it's all happening now, you're getting greater downloads from the universe and insight about, oh my God, like I've always been free to move really fast. And this is emotional freedom as well, right? So a lot of great things. You're going to be very emotional this month, I think, Cancer. If you actually do what your heart is telling you to do, you're going to be very emotional this month. Let's also clarify this Fool card. Why not? Why not clarify this Fool card? There's this feeling like for a long time you've been just visualizing and meditating. There's this feeling of like it's going to get real now, or you're just going to stay in the old life that you know, and maybe it's all right, but I can guarantee you better things want to come into your life. But why is this Fool card showing up for you? 3 major shuffles, that was the first one. Fool card. Why is the Fool here for Cancer? Why is the Fool here for Cancer? Last one. Why is the Fool here for Cancer? Fool card is clarified by the Adventure card, guys. So you can't make this stuff up. This is just for what you don't see coming. I really do see you opening up your soul and realizing, like, the heart knows, the heart and the soul, it knows that this life is a unique opportunity. Yes, you are an infinite being who has infinity. You have eternity to figure your shit out and like experience all that life has to offer. But this very existence that you have now is unique, and your soul wanted to experience it for a very specific reason. So it's about almost taking your physical self and saying, look, the soul's telling me to do this. Come on, let's go. And that's what you don't see coming. I really do see you guys. I see you guys taking the leap of faith and realizing, oh my God, this is going to work out better. And even with this 9 of Swords, I'm getting chills right now. And the Harmony, this is actually saying this is all an illusion. I'm surprised why I didn't get that first, but sometimes other cards have to lay out to understand the big picture. All this bullshit that you guys are worried about, like, you almost feel unsafe making decisions for yourself because maybe you're worried about what other people think about you. All these things you're worried about, it was all a delusion. It was all a delusion. Of course, you're going to have problems. You're going to have new problems. But guess what, Cancer? they're your problems. Right now, you're dealing with the bullshit problems that other people put onto you when you don't take life into your own hands. When you're out here on the fool's journey and you're in an adventure, it's your own problems. And those problems are a hell of a lot better than dealing with other people's problems, right? Either you build a life for yourself or someone else will build your life for you. And you know that. This is wisdom. You know all this. And I really think just taking this leap and making this big decision this month, okay, and then having the strength to do it is really going to change your life forever. 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 So it's looking pretty good, Cancer. Let's go ahead and look at the messages from your spirit guides now before we end this reading. So here's what your spirit guides want you to know. It's super powerful in alignment. Spirit guides, we have the King of Swords, we have the Empress, and we also have the Two of Wands. Okay, so this is you showing up in a very, very strong position. I feel like this King of Swords is just an emphasis from your spirit guides nudging you to take this Queen of Swords action, right? This is powerful mental thought energy for the month. For some of you, there is some sort of figure that could help you in your reality that you could ask for advice and they would give you very clear, very strong, very just advice, okay? But for a lot of you, this is your spirit guide saying, yeah, just make this freaking decision, be decisive. The Empress card here is saying abundance is yours. You see the river flowing in the background, Cancer. You see the crown on the head. This is saying, like, you're going to go from the Fool to the Empress very quickly, okay? And it's going to take strength, of course. It's going to take some shadow work, but your spirit guides want you to know, like, you were meant for greatness in this life. That's just really all I can say about that. Also, for some of you, you may be meeting a new love partner because the King and the Queen, right? You got the King, you got the Queen right next to each other. So that could be an indication of some powerful union. But what's coming through is, like, you find the one you love doing what you love, Cancer. So the reason why maybe you're in this hermit energy still is because you haven't really put yourself out there. Once you put yourself out there, that's when you start making things happen. And it could simply be you going and talking to someone that you find attractive or you helping someone. It doesn't have to be this massive thing. It's just the moment-to-moment life, right? And you also have the Two of Wands here. I feel like your spirit guide's saying the world is yours, right? You're holding the world in your palm of your hand. You're at a very critical junction point where you got a lot of choices here. You have a lot of stability. You have some things that you've already done well in your life. So you see how this wand is behind the Two of Swords. So you're working on something new, but you already have credibility. You already have put in work for a lot of things that is represented by this very secure. You see how it's almost like attached here. So you have a lot of greatness in you that you already have cultivated. Let's go ahead and clarify. What do your spirit guides want you to know about this King of Swords here? You do have the Politics card at the bottom of the deck. So maybe what's blocking you is the fear of what other people think about you. That's what we all deal with. But why is the King of Swords here? Messages from your spirit guides. The King of Swords here is clarified by the Healing card. So what your spirit guides want you to know is being very decisive, right? Making your own decisions and, like, doing it, like, with no guilt. This is healing for you. A lot of the Cancer, you guys are very watery and you kind of just go with the flow of life, but it's almost like this endurism where it's like, no matter what happens, I'll just be one with all that is. No, your spirit guides want you to know, say no to things. Start something new. That's what your healing energy is. Your healing energy, the healing is not going to be just like sitting back and doing shadow work. The healing comes through quick movement, action, Fool, right? All this great stuff. And realizing that once you do the thing and you have the power, the healing is going to be realizing the nightmare that you have is all an illusion once you take your power back and start taking action. So that's a great message from your spirit guide right there. And I don't know, like, look at these, like, for what you don't see coming, you almost have like bars. You see how it's like these are connected right here, and it's almost like you're in a prison of your own making. You also have that Understanding card come out. I know I'm talking really fast, sometimes it just happens. I feel like, let's just clarify this Two of Swords here. This Two of Wands here. Why is this Two of Wands? You guys are very in a powerful position. Also, what's coming through from your spirit guides, you have the 3 to the 2 progression. So it's actually like you're going from 3 to, like, down in numbers. So what this is saying is, like, when you take the first step and you start taking action and things start picking up speed, you're gonna feel like you're actually taking a step down, but it's only then for you to build things up, right? It's like in this reality, you have to build things down. You have to go through struggle to then build perspective, to build muscle, whatever it is. So the first step that you take is going to feel negative, but that negativity is the catalyst that will propel you forward. Someone needed to hear that. Let's clarify this. Why is this Two of Wands here for Cancer? Why are the angels and spirit guides saying the Two of Wands? Why is this here? Why is the Two of Wands here for Cancer for October? Why is the Two of Wands here for Cancer for October? Too many. Yeah, wow. So the Two of Wands is clarified by the Two of Wands, right? In the Osho Zen, this is the Osho Zen Tarot deck. This is the same card, guys. So that's very, like, what are the chances of me pulling this card? Very unlikely. Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Wands. And in this deck, it shows that you have possibilities. Once again, I feel like you're at a junction point. You're at a very critical time in your life where whatever you do this October is gonna determine how the rest of your life goes. And while that's very scary, it's also could be the very most liberating thing that you ever deal with. Okay, so you are abundant, you are amazing, Cancer. I really did enjoy this reading. It's very inspiring. And with that being said, please like the video, the reading, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of me on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Have a nice day. Peace.